Good afternoon. How y'all doing, man? We got your boy Carlton, Uncle Larry, straight from the Wolf Pack, man. I'm a naval veteran for 4 years. We got Uncle here.
And my name is Larry Williams. I am chairman of the board of directors of DE Secure Media. DE Secure Media is a corporation that I started after I came out of prison. And today, that is what we're going to talk about.
Yep. Start with prison today. We got 5 best child's memories. You give me, what do you think is the best meal that you ever had eating that child?
Well, first of all, child is horrible in prison, for one. But the best is probably when I was at Lawrenceville. And one time they had ran out of chicken on the bone. That's what they call it.
Lawrenceville, where though? Where?
Lawrenceville is in Richmond. I mean, not in Richmond. It's close to I know we used to get the Carolina radio station. Lawrenceville, Virginia.
Lawrenceville, Virginia. Oh, just to let y'all know, we are from Richmond, Virginia.
Yes, I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
So, shout out to anybody from Richmond. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, and yes, I want to tell you.
So, did you have like any well, take me back to like your first day in prison. Like, what was it like? You know, getting off the bus.
We got to get the topic first though about the food, because I got to tell you about the history of the food first.
Tell me.
The history. First when you went to prison. Well, first time I went to prison was in I got locked up in '97, and I got to prison around 98, 99.
And how old are you now?
I am 46.
Okay.
Yeah. And back then, the food was totally different. Commissary was totally different. Everything was ran by the state.
Okay.
Well, and then
was it like, so that means if it's ran by the state, does that mean like it's more?
Well, I forgot. Budget? It was either ran by the state or the feds. No, it was ran by the state. Everything was ran by the state. Commissary was ran by the state and everything. And then what happened was, I can't remember what year it was. I think they said the feds was taking over or something. And then they started giving us meat rock.
What the hell is meat rock? That sounds crazy. What the hell is that, man? That sounds like some
meat
volcano.
Rock is the craziest shit in the world.
That sounds like some dinosaur meat. What is it?
Meat rock is this shit. It's called bulk meat.
Okay. And
that shit is like, it looked like hamburger meat, but it's not. It's supposed to be like, it looked like hamburger meat, but it's made out of chicken.
And that sounds so you said hamburger meat
grinded up like goddamn.
And what color is it?
That shit is like, I don't even know, because they put gravy in it and mix it up certain kind of ways. But people in the kitchen said that on the box of it, it's like brown. But people in the kitchen said on the box it says for industrial use only.
How big was it on your tray? Like if you had to like.
Man, they might make.
Fill up your whole tray?
I remember at Greensville, right? They had that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was like a little. It looked like on breakfast they had they turned it into excuse my language. They turned it into it was like a patty.
But it's made of chicken. That's crazy.
Yeah. Then and for lunch they made a meatloaf out of it.
So they would use the same meat all day long.
And then for dinner they made like a spaghetti out of it. Man, that joint is horrible. Like you can't even really people put it like people sign up for medical and be like, yo man, can you put me on a no meat rock diet?
It's that bad.
It's that bad. You can't eat it.
So how was like your morale when you getting that breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Like how does your day go?
If your money right, you're not going.
Oh, for real?
You're eating commissary all day. You might go breakfast. Breakfast might be high.
Okay.
Because they might give you cereal. Like rarely you gonna get hamburgers and stuff like that. Like I remember I ain't seen French fries in years.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
So if you had to let's say, so meat rock probably like one of the worst.
Like they take meat rock and they change. Like, all right, check this. They got a menu, right?
Okay.
Of what's supposed to be on your tray every day, right? 9 times out of 10, whatever they say, yokosabi is gonna be meat rock. Whatever they say, stuff like spaghetti. You gotta ask people in the kitchen what kind of meat, or whoever come back from the kitchen, what kind of meat they had in the spaghetti. Because if it's meat rock, you're not gonna be able to eat it.
That's crazy.
And if they put some real meat, you can eat it. But like on the holidays, they give you real food though.
So what would you say like is the best thing that you ate from commissary?
The best thing from commissary.
What's the most?
Well, commissary changed too. First it was state run, then Kiefer took over everything. And when Kiefer took over everything,
Well, let's say like of all time best from either state or Kiefer. What would say like? Okay, we got that today. All right, I'm gonna skip commissary today. I'm gonna get that.
I mean, people usually make. What I usually always make is pizzas.
Okay.
And off of the pizzas that I make, I used to take. I know. Well, one of the things people gonna like in prison was yellowfin tuna. And back in the day, they used to have the ice cream. I heard it was putting the ice cream back on, but everybody liked that. Sodas. That's what everybody used to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yellowfin tuna, that's number one. And then
that's one of the things people like, but you know it's expensive, so a lot of people not gonna get it. But let me see.
Well, I'm talking about just like from what they served out the kitchen. Like,
oh no,
I'm talking about even like mashed potatoes.
Off the kitchen. Let me see.
Even the mashed potatoes weren't good. No mac and cheese. No, they ain't had no turkey, nothing like that. No collard greens. They ain't had nothing.
On Thanksgiving, Christmas.
So you telling me only holidays was the only time that you ever got to eat something?
Now I tell you this, they might have some greens in there.
Okay.
That, you know, it's cool, but at the same time, like the rest of your tray might be so horrible. Dudes be like, man, I give you your whole tray. Like I give you my whole tray for your greens.
Wow.
And dudes might do the jump, you know what I'm saying? Because everything else is so bad. Like,
so let's say hypothetically, I'm not going, but let's say I was going to prison tomorrow.
Yeah.
How would I? And I don't got no money. Let's say I don't got nothing. I don't got nobody helping me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you survive in there without no money, no connections, and I just gotta live off meat, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. This is how you can survive. I'm gonna be real. Okay. You just gotta be disciplined because I was in a situation like that, but I know how to draw.
Oh, so you gotta have a skill.
So I killed them. Yeah, but see, I went in a situation like this. If I was in a situation and I hit the jail today with no money, I would probably sell my desserts enough to get a bag of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I would break that bag of coffee down and sell it in shots. Cups of, single cups of coffee. And if I do that, I'm gonna probably make $25.
Okay.
And off of that $25, I go buy me some more bags. And then just keep flipping those bags.
So it's basically like a hustle structure.
Yeah, because people are addicted to coffee in prison. Yeah, because it's nothing to do all day. If you a coffee drinker, and especially people that's coming off the streets and they smoke cigarettes, your cigarette now is coffee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people got coffee and they walking around with this coffee and just drinking, and then you can only buy 5 bags at the store. So people, they run out their coffee and they whoever's selling coffee, I don't drink coffee. I was always scared of it because when people run out of coffee, they was getting headaches and stuff. And I was like, I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to have an addiction in prison.
Yeah.
I'm already scrambling. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in prison. I'm not trying to be in prison with an addiction. So, what?
I just came here to tell you something.
We on video. But yeah. So that was like the main thing that I would did. If you was ever did coffee.
Okay.
Sell your desserts enough to get a coffee, man. The desserts. See, everything is so garbage in prison. Like they might give you a good dessert.
Yeah.
Dudes might even give you a phone call for the desserts. So for real, if you eat everything on the tray, sacrifice, you force it down or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying everything might be good, but, I mean, everything might be bad, but they might have like 1 or 2 good trays, and then people might try to buy that tray off you. Now, you know what I'm saying?
So will all the trays look this? So like they ain't have like Monday hamburgers, Tuesday chicken, Thursday tacos. They ain't have nothing like that.
If they give you tacos, it was meat rock. Well, sometimes they might give you the taco meat, but people gonna sell that and steal that out the kitchen.
So if something's good, that's automatically a product that they hustling with.
Yeah, that's like the reason why the food in prison is messed up.
So you don't even get a chance to even, because if the food is too good on the trays, that causes a problem because somebody else get hungry and want to take Your food, is that like that?
No.
Okay.
Now, what's gonna happen is this, and people ain't trying to get in trouble for real, but you got some people that don't care. But it's like this. People ain't gonna do that though. But I can say this: if they put something on the tray that's too good, like when I was at Lawrenceville, the trays were super good when I first got there. They had these things called tornadoes. People used to, they had like steak in them. They was like little twist up tacos.
Okay.
And the dudes in the kitchen was stealing it so much that every time they had something good, and people was stealing out the kitchen, and then people was doing called beating the deuce.
What's that?
Beating the deuce is called getting back in line after you already ate. Or you might, you might.
And was the cooks in on it too? Like they'll see somebody that just came back in line and still serve you?
No. Most of the time in prison, you're not going to be able to see the people that's serving your food. Because people are going to try to intimidate them people or try to beat them up if you get crazy with them. You know what I'm saying? If you give me something small on my slack, and we see that's you to keep doing that, you know what I'm saying? People gonna want to beat you up. So what they do is they make it in all kitchens in prison. You can't see the person that's serving you the food. Yeah, to keep them people from getting beat up or them from beating somebody else up. You know what I'm saying? Because some people that's in the kitchen that go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't soft.
So the people that's in the kitchen is also in the prison too. Like they also prisoners too.
Yeah.
That's good. So is that like the best job you get?
That's one of the best jobs because they let you get overtime
and you get to eat.
Yeah, but in prison, the most you can make in prison is 45 cents an hour.
So are the commissary prices outside of prison prices too? Like is a bag of Cheetos gonna still cost you 99 cents?
Yeah.
In prison and like so that
it might cost you a little bit more in prison though. Like a soup that costs you 20 cents out here might cost you $1 in prison.
That's crazy.
If you're down to jail. But in prison, the prices go a little bit. But even though in down to jail, the soup's, in prison, the soup's still like 39 cents. It might be even higher now. But
so there's no way to make can't make no earning wage in prison at all. You can make a eating wage, like you can live off, you could get commissary if you had a job, you could eat.
It depends. You know what I'm saying? Well, me personally, I'm gonna be honest, I was killing with the artwork though. Like what I was doing was I was seeing what people was buying from commissary. Okay. And I would see what the cards look like on commissary. And what I would do is, being that I know how to draw, I would get the stuff off of commissary to make cards better than the ones they sell on commissary. And I would sell them for either the same price as they sell them for on commissary, or cheaper. So if you go to buy a commissary, like every time when I was down to jail, if anybody bought a car from commissary, right, people was looking at them like they was crazy. It was like, damn, why you buy a car from Unc? It was funny, right? Because I'm beating my competition. That's the competition.
And that's how you would. So if you come to prison with a skill, you can eat off that skill. Was there people that had a lot of other skills too? Like, sometimes I see, I hear stories of like people doing tattoos and stuff like that. Did you ever like?
I used to do tattoos.
Okay. Because that definitely helps with drawing. Like you know how to draw, you can
use anything. And it's like this. Like tattoos is one of the main things that get you money in prison.
Oh snap!
Yeah, people that pay you street money for tattoos in prison.
Like street prices.
Yeah.
That's all right.
If you're good enough. Yeah, and actually, I got a tattoo right here that I did in prison. This is a tattoo of my first tattoo gun that I built in prison.
Wow, that's actually legit. That's legit.
Oh shit,
that's legit.
Good God. And that's my first tattoo I ever did. My bad for spilling your coffee. And fucking up the video probably.
We edited it out. It's all good.
Shit. And I don't even know if I can see the tattoo. But damn.
Yeah,
spilled your coffee.
That's nice.
But yeah, that's the first tattoo I ever did. And that's I built that tattoo gun off of some beard trimmers. And beard trimmers, pen, and some other stuff. But I used to take the spring out of the stapler to make my needles.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah. and use my charger to for my my adapter.
So what about like commissary? Like what was some of your favorite commissary items that you would get?
I get soups all the time.
Okay.
Soups. I used to get soups. I used to get good God. Soups, sodas. Everybody used to like sodas. Now they put them they sell the bottle sodas now. I remember back in the days, you just sell the cans. But I got a story I can tell you about that. But the main sellers out on commissary, they always used to run out of sodas, cause everybody gonna be trying to buy the sodas.
Okay.
So
did they have the same brands in prison, or were they like a different?
Yes, we had
Coca-Cola.
the same. You had kind of like the same brands, but I'm gonna tell you this: as far as on my commissary list, because I'm kind of like freestyling off the top of the head. I'm trying to remember things, but I used to get my soups. I make sure that I got enough soups.
Yeah.
So what I try to do is I get we go to the store sometimes every week, or because you get paid once a month in prison, like you don't get paid every week. So 9 times out of 10, if I get my work check, I'm gonna buy me enough that's gonna last me for the whole month.
Okay.
So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna make sure that I at least got enough for 2 soups a day.
Okay.
And I try to have like at least 30 sodas.
So those 2 soups a day keep you out of the child line, basically.
Well, I think that's just going. I'm gonna be honest. Even if you go to chow, right, you still gonna be hungry at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So you need me. I needed 2 soups at the end of the night. Period.
So how do you make the soups in prison though? Like, would they got microwaves in there?
Yes. Yeah.
You got one in your room in your cell?
No, there's one in the pod. Everybody got a share.
So like, let's say lights out, you hungry. Can you go and make a soup whenever you want to?
If you got a stinger.
What's a stinger?
A stinger is a piece of wire, right, where people rig up to put inside a cup of water, and it makes the water hot. Yeah. And you got to plug this thing in the wall.
So it's a live wire.
Like, the way it works is like this.
That's crazy.
If you take a wire, right?
Okay.
And I don't suggest people to do this at home, but I said if you take a wire, right, and you wrap it up with you put the where they was taking like some little tin to put and make a stinger and wrap it up, and then you was able to put it into the water and not go crazy. Like, I'm gonna read up and figure out how to do that myself, but I never used to use those because my logic could look like, shoot, that can kill you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not doing that. But people use them all the time, but I ain't even gonna lie. I even was using one at one point.
Okay.
Cause I was making candy.
So you know how to make candy?
Yes. I had to bomb. I had a recipe on candy that was so good that I actually was hiring people to work for me when I was in Lawrenceville. I had 2 people that was working for me, and people in prison was like, "Man, what in the world? I ain't never seen nothing like this."
Yeah, that's. I didn't even know you could do all that in prison, man.
Well, you gotta be a business-minded person.
It sounds like it's whole. So you had your own. You was an entrepreneur in prison.
Yes.
And you bringing those skills out.
Yes.
Outside of prison. Okay.
Yes. And the crazy thing is, that's why when I be telling you about certain stuff, like, and it's like, I check this. I'm used to this, right? In prison, you really don't have people. I feel myself as like I don't look at myself when I say a visionary, like one of those people who are political freedom fighter people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look at myself as a visionary of I plan out the future.
Okay.
Like if I'm in a situation, I'm gonna look at this situation and see how can I change my environment?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the best. And like I can do things to help people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So even in an environment like prison, you can find need and want. You can find an audience, or you can find basically like a target market in prison.
Yes.
You use that to your advantage, or based on your skills.
Any prison you go, all right, check this. I read a book, an economics book,
Okay.
and I learned about Adam Smith. Adam Smith is the father of economics, right? And he was talking about
What's the name of the book? For the
it was my business economics book in my class.
Oh, okay.
It was his college textbook, and I found out about Adam Smith, and he had this program where he talked about the invisible hand, and the invisible hand means that if an economy allows a person to be successful, what he's gonna do is help out the people that he's close to. So, and not only help out the people he's close to, help out the community. Because say like if a farmer has a farm and this farm brings in millions of dollars, he's gonna start hiring people in the community.
Yeah.
That's called the invisible hand, because now by letting this farmer become successful, he's giving people around him jobs. So when I started learning about economics and how that works, I started using that to my business practice. And what I mean by that is I'm only one person. So you got to think about this, and I'm doing artwork. And I'm making candy. It's no way that one person can supply the demand of. When I was at Lawrenceville, it's like 1,500 people, and we was on the side. It was split in half. I guess it was I think it was either 1,500 people total up there. It was 3,000. No, I think it was 1,500, and it was like 800 on that side, 800 on this side, and I had everybody on my side pretty much wanting to buy candy from me. So I can't supply all of that.
You gotta so that means you gotta have people to delegate. And honestly, people, they also bring you more revenue because that's
because they're gonna get sales too.
That's 6 hands instead of 2.
Exactly. So what I did was I forgot the white dude's name. I'm gonna remember him, saying his name on the video, but it was the white dude. He wound up being my sales partner. It was a white Muslim. I can't think of his name. And
you have like a specific story that you have that you could.
And the other dude, I can't think of his name neither. But anyway, when I was at Lawrenceville, I was making so much candy, right? And I was like, man, look, y'all trying to make money? Cause they used to come to me. I smoke weed in prison. So they used to come to me and wanting to put up with the weed because they know that I hustle. I always got money on demand. When ain't nobody else got money, I hustle. So I always got money. So they can always, if they don't want to smoke, they can come borrow money from me. You know what I'm saying? So boom, they'll come hit me up. So I was like, man, look, instead of using y'all own money, y'all want to hustle money up. And they was like, how? I was like, look, we can make candy and y'all can help me make these cards. And I wound up rigging up, just like I made my tattoo gun, I actually made a gun that actually you can color with. And I would let them use it, and they was helping me make cards and helping me make candy. And people in the pod was like, man, yo, I ain't never seen nobody in prison have somebody else helping them, make stuff, right? I was like, sure. I mean, I ain't had no choice. I can't do all this stuff myself. So boom. I mean, other dudes started coming and helping too. So I was like, whoa, dudes trying to get, and I was fair with people. You know what I'm saying? I was giving people a fair cut. Like, if it was 4 of us, we cutting it 4 ways. If it was 5 of us, we cutting it 5 ways. You know what I'm saying? But subtract the money that I spent on this candy. In layman terms, that's our re-up money. Now, our re-up money in business terms is capital. Whatever money that we put in, whatever money that I spent on the commissary to make this candy, what I would do would, whatever we make, because we was tripling our money. Sometimes we was making 4 times our money. So if I spend $30, we're gonna make $100 every single time.
Do you think that same concept is used in corporations today? Like that same concept that you learned in prison, you think that corporations like Walmart,
well,
big corporations, they're using it, but on a bigger scale?
I mean, yeah, but they're not being fair with it.
Oh,
yeah. And that's the reason. That's the reason why I started my business.
Okay.
Because I'm
shout
gonna
out
be
to
fair
the,
with
shout
the
out to
people.
BCK
Yeah,
Media.
shout out to DE Secure Media. I'm gonna be fair with our affiliates.
So yeah, we I don't know if you want to just shout that out too. To give a explanation of what that is
When I
since
get
we
it
wanna-
launched, it's gonna be public.
So we gonna wait on that one.
Yes.
But
Yeah. But my recipe was for my candy. I would use one Starburst. Oh, I didn't know they might
you
be-
can't give them all the sauce in one
They
day.
might need
You can't give them all the sauce in one day,
might
man.
need
Come on, man. That's for another video.
Man, I was. Hell no.
But
Good God. I was
yeah,
killing
man.
it.
I think we got a lot of good
But
information.
I can
today,
tell
man.
them this part though.
Okay, go ahead.
The way I was doing it, right, is I would see what kind of candy I would need, right? And I would count how many pieces in each bag. And I would break down how many suckers I can make from each bag.
Yeah.
And that's how we was breaking that joint down. We weren't missing a beat. I was like, King Nino in that bit.
Sounds like you was on some Kingpin
With
type.
candy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, we was killing them every night. Like the big, like people to get high in prison. That's what people do. Get high and drink coffee. You gonna need candy.
Yeah. Especially, I bet you they put the candy in the coffee too.
Yes, they melt the joint down.
But yeah, man, I think we learned a lot today, man. It's an introduction. Like I said again, my name is Carlton.
My name is Larry Williams.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the veteran. You know what I'm saying? We got the
And I am chairman of the board.
chairman of the board. But y'all have a wonderful and blessed weekend, man. And the New Year's coming up. And y'all be safe out here and stay tuned for more.
Cool.
Have a good one.